Welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you have just joined us, we have as our second guest, Barbara Carey. And Barbara is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She has a thriving private practice in Malibu, California. And she has brought as her very special guest and client today, Katie. Now, Katie came in to see Barbara to land her dream job. Please help me welcome my guest.
Thank you.
Well, Katie, I want to start with you. Tell us your story. What kind of a job did you want?
I wanted to become a dance instructor. I had been a student for some time. It was a pole dancing studio, and I sat in the room the first day and was overtaken with just how wonderful it was.
Yes.
And that's what I wanted to do. And so I applied for the job. I wrote my essay, did all that. I went in for the interview, and then went in for the dance interview as well, the audition, and I didn't get it.
So why didn't you just give up?
I really wanted it.
So, of all the professionals that you could have gone to get this dream job, why a hypnotherapist?
I knew Barbara.
How did you know her?
I knew her through a friend. A friend had recommended her, and hypnotherapy had always intrigued me. Never had tried it, but it dealt with the mind and subconscious, and it intrigued me. So I decided to go for it.
Well, I love it, and that's certainly a wonderful way of attracting clients. Is not someone says, I'm interested in hypnotherapy, then they find the person, but they know and trust the person, and they agree to take that leap of faith and come to hypnotherapy. I think that is amazing. So tell me what happened once you went to Barbara for a few sessions.
I started to see Barbara, and immediately I just noticed within myself some changes starting to happen. And her visualizations really drew me in during the session when I would sit and she would have me visualize, and they were so powerful. And when I walked out, I felt different than when I had walked into the room. And so as we started to focus on the job that on what I wanted to do, and I would listen to her words, and I would listen, to my thoughts, and I began to learn how my thoughts really were my reality. Yes. She taught me a lot. She teaches a lot.
And well, picking up on that, you started with the visualizations, but I'm going to back up.
Okay.
Tell me what you did cognitively with Katie in your sessions.
Well, I absolutely love this type because, when Katie walked in, and she comes in, as a lot of clients do, knowing that they believe that they can achieve something. And as soon as they come in, I know immediately that they can. So seeing what she wanted and knowing what she believed she couldn't have, I knew we could achieve it. So what I decided to do is, since this job is very entertaining and very grand and very exciting, I thought, let's kind of think of a word. Let's kind of think of a word and make it into an acronym. So I kind of chose the word diva.
Diva.
So I put D-I-V-A. And I thought, for D, let's go with detachment. We're going to detach from outcome. Because as you know, when you're holding on to something so tight, it's usually kind of like sand. If you kind of scoop sand up and you're holding on to that sand, it's going to just kind of fall right through your hands. But if you just kind of scoop the sand up and hold it there, it's going to be right there for you. So detachment, okay? Then D-I-V-A, okay? And we're going to be inspired, okay? We're going to be inspired, absolutely. What are we going to be inspired by? What is it that you truly desire? What is it that you require? And I never say want, because want is kind of putting it in the future. But require is like air. You don't want air, you require air. So you're going to do what needs to be done to have your air come and manifest for itself. So then V. V was kind of like a double. V was visualization and vibration. Because when you visualize as if, you automatically lift your vibrational level up to that. And A was accepting. Accepting it as a done deal. It's already there.
So what happened in the cognitive parts of the session when you attached to that word diva. What was that like for you?
It changed my thoughts. It changes the way you think. It changes the way I thought. To take that acronym and to put it into my own self was a step-by-step process, and acceptance was big for me.
Sure.
To accept something as is was very new to me. You know, I remember when I went into the job first off, you know, seeing all the women there and just wanting it so bad, using that word wanting, and thinking, you know, I'm not good enough, they're better than me, I'm never going to make this. And then going in the second time with already, you know, the word acceptance in there, like this is already done. And it's it changes everything.
Sure. So I love that you got this intellectually. Barbara, how did you get this diva affecting word down into the subconscious mind?
Well, because Lisa, you can talk to someone all day long and you could say, that's not true, you're wonderful, you're great. But guess what's going to happen? They're going to consciously, logically think, yeah, I guess she could be right. But subconsciously, they're going to toss it right out of there. So what we did is, after getting her into hypnosis, I had her do a lot of visualization. I had her doing a lot of acting as if. What would it feel like knowing that you were already the instructor? What would you be doing in your everyday life knowing that you were the instructor? How would it feel like going into that office, not as a student, but as an instructor? What would it be as if you were embodying that idea? Already as it's a done deal, acting as if it's a done deal, what would that be like? And we had her going home writing down this stuff, because when you put it down on paper, it's like a seed. I mean, you put it down there, there's something. Taking it out of here and putting it down on paper, it's like just shoo, kind of grows.
Yes.
And she did that. And when you do that as if it's already a done deal, it's magical. It's just absolutely amazing.
Speaking of that magic, tell me about your second interview, Katie.
Oh, it was wonderful.
What happened?
I went in and it was just easy. I went in, I had already done the paperwork, I went in to do the audition, and I danced. You know, it was...
And she danced. Listen to those words. She didn't think about,
No.
oh my gosh, it's the interview. Oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. Oh my gosh. She danced.
And when you danced, what did they say?
They said, you're in.
It's a done deal.
Yeah.
You got it.
What's it like being a dance instructor and walking in there as the instructor, not one of the wannabes?
Oh, it's wonderful. It really is. I'm enjoying it so much, and the fact that I accomplished a goal in and of itself is, it changes everything, because it doesn't just apply to one aspect of your life, it applies to, you know, everything. Every time when I said I can't, and now it's I can.
Where else are you using the I can in your life besides the dancing and the career? You said every aspect. Give me a couple of other places you're using them.
Oh. Well, my life from when I first saw Barbara to now has changed in every aspect. I'm in school getting my master's, and that I never dreamed of doing.
What are you getting your master's in?
Spiritual psychology.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, and you say I can.
Oh, I can.
You know, and Lisa, we were talking about with NLP too, and things that I had talked to her about in NLP. But one thing that I did not mention to you that I just thought about right now is, you know, a thought is just a thought. You know, people put so much onto thoughts, but a thought is literally just a thought until we attach a belief to it. So in NLP also what they teach, which I had taught Katie, was that a thought of, I am a dance instructor. So that thought, let's just say 5 years ago, was, no, I'm not. I'm not a dance instructor, because that belief was attached to it. But now when she thinks, I am a dance instructor, that thought has a completely different meaning to it now.
Yes.
Because that belief attached to that thought has changed. And one of the ways to teach people this with NLP is even saying something that you used to believe that you no longer believe. Like, I am the owner of a new car. And let's say you never used to be an owner of a new car, but now you are. So something that you didn't believe before, but now that you believe. Something easy. Something that I graduated from high school, where in 11th grade you couldn't say that. Where now that you do. That's like an NLP technique, neuro-linguistic programming.
Yes.
A technique that is very easy to teach people, you know, to see that that's just a thought. It's only when you attach a belief to it is when it means something.
And it really means something.
Yes.
So I want to ask Katie, are you a practitioner of spiritual psychology?
Yes.
Very soon. Yes, you are. What would you say to someone who's a little scared of hypnosis, who hasn't met Barbara yet?
Here's my number.
Oh, I would encourage that person to follow their dream, to go for it, to not let fear stand in their way.
I think that's the wisest thing that I have heard. And I want to thank you so much, Katie, for being on the program and sharing your amazing story about how you interviewed for a job, didn't get it, interviewed for the same job, and got it using neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy, and Barbara Carey.
Yay.
And I want to thank you, Barbara Carey,
Oh, my pleasure.
for teaching us
my
about
pleasure.
your techniques today. I know everyone's going to want to learn more about this and learn from you specifically. And you can reach Barbara Carey on hmigrads.com. Well, it appears that we're out of time for today. Again, I want to thank Barbara and Katie for being on my show. I want to thank everybody in the studio audience and those of you who are watching at home. My name is Lisa Mackenberg. I hope you'll join us next time when we meet more people and explore how they are using hypnosis today. Please stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up for you on HMI Web TV. That's Hypnotherapy Television 24/7. Goodbye.
I went in for the interview and then went in for the dance interview as well, the audition, and I didn't get it.
So why didn't you just give up?
I really wanted it.
So of all the professionals that you could have gone to get this dream job, why a hypnotherapist?
I knew Barbara.
How did you know her? Barbara Carey. And Barbara is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She has a thriving private practice in Malibu, California. And she has brought as her very special guest and client today, Katie. Now, Katie came in to see Barbara to land her dream job. Please help me welcome my guest. Well, Katie, I want to Welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you have just joined us, we have as our second guest.
I knew her through a friend. A friend had recommended her, and hypnotherapy had always intrigued me. Never had tried it, but it dealt with the mind and subconscious, and it intrigued me. So I decided to go for it.
Well, I love it, and that's certainly a wonderful way of attracting clients. Is not someone says, I'm interested in hypnotherapy. Let's start with you. Tell us your story. What kind of a job did you want?
I wanted to become a dance instructor. I had been a student for some time. It was a pole dancing studio, and I sat in the room the first day and was overtaken with just how wonderful it was.
Yes.
And that's what I wanted to do. And so I applied for the job. I wrote my essay, did all that.